Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Mizzle. You watch my channel, Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing a review of MTV Catfish, Season 8, Episode 52, Tracy and Ace. Y'all, this episode was funny, and it was good, especially when the catfish revealed. That person was hilarious. That catfish was hilarious. It was so funny. I was like, what is going on here? But I gotta say this disclaimer. I need people to start researching and start searching photos and phone numbers online them damn selves. Sometimes, yes, it might be you might not know the tools or the websites, the sources or the software that does look at phone numbers, but Google has a image search. And if she would have image searched that person's picture, she would have already knew he was fake. Yes, catfish the guy, but he was fake. And I want to tell you why, because I knew when I look at the pictures, I already knew who the picture was in that picture. I already knew who the person was in that picture. And I was like, oh my gosh, I already knew the name, everything, because we get to it. I can explain why I knew all that stuff. So, yes, we get Tracy. I don't think I get how old she was, but she said we get Tracy. She's a single mom. She's a model. She's an inspiring singer, and everything. So she's doing things for herself. And single mom taking care of kids. So she probably looking for someone who don't have no problem being with a woman that have children. And that's one thing she just started liking Ace Davis because he had no problem being with a single mother. And he said, "Oh, I had no problem with that." So and then she got her for the breakup. Usually that's the whole spill. They get over the bad breakup. They start talking to someone who helped them get off their bad breakup and make them feel better. They make them feel good. And just because of that, since they help them get off their bad funk, now they start liking the person who helped them get out of it. Just by talking nice, by being there for them, by giving an inspirational talk and talks and messages and being there and talking on the phone and texting each other. Those type of things help someone get over the stuff they've been going through in the past with the exes and stuff. So that's what they start leeching on to. But they start leeching on to that person too quickly and too long, knowing that there's a lot of signs. Now, she tells us that they always talk on the phone. Never texted, but always talk on the phone, and he never really FaceTime because every time he comes FaceTime, and he always give an excuse of why he can't FaceTime. And I said, that's classic. Red flag. Another red flag, it was kind of weird because they say usually people just text a lot and don't talk on the phone. But this is the reverse. This guy always want to talk on the phone and don't text. And I said, that's kind of weird. And also was another thing that's kind of weird. He keep changing his phone number. His phone number keep changing, keep changing. So it's like all these different numbers, they keep changing. Like, that's kind of weird. And to realize all of the numbers that she had was from LA. Now, we said she go between LA and Vegas because she's a model. So I think she mainly live in LA, but she travels back and forth. And she started talking to Ace around May of 2020, around the Panorama, around that time. And from there, he said he lived between Miami, Dallas, and Atlanta. Prime hot spots for catfishes. So I said, what the hell is going on? Those things, and she said, the only thing that was Mrs. Michigan. So, they give the same tire excuses, the yada yada whole spill. Me going through that whole thing about, oh, I got too much time. Well, I don't have enough time. I'm always busy. I'm working. I can't FaceTime you. It's my phone broke. Whatever it is, can't FaceTime. It's always the same excuses. So I was like, but they do talk every night. She said they have a phone conversation every night. She can recognize his voice, all that stuff, because they be talking every night and they have good conversations. And because she got through the bad breakup, he's been there for her. So I was like, okay. So now I was like, okay. So Kamie said something. I said, damn, see, we here, Kamie. We all here. Because even when I saw the pictures, I said, I didn't know who that person was who's using that picture. So it clearly put that person fake. Because I was like, not saying this person would not talk to her, but I was like, nah, he is too busy to even trying to date someone or hide the fact who he is. Because the guy said he's a model, just like Tracy is. And, he hit up on Facebook. Then they started messaging and doing back and forth in Messenger. But he's a model too. And yeah, she sold pictures, and one of the pictures was like a new thing. He said, "Ain't no model," because she thought that he was a new model. And he said, "Nah, it's just something I'm no shame in my body, so I can show you my pictures. So it is what it is. There's no shame here." So I said, "Mm-hmm." And then when I saw all the other pictures, I said, "Yeah, that's clearly that's Ace. That's the person I know. I know him. I know him watching videos and stuff. Like, you know." So here goes a little investigation. No, Kamie said that was right there because she said like he looked like a gay escort. Give me gay escort kind of vibes. And I said, "Ooh, Kamie, you on something? You on something, girl? You on something?" So they started an investigation. Did a picture search. All the pictures they searched. And I said, "What? No, ain't no way possible way none of these pictures would come up." But one of the pictures they came out and gave a lot of hits. And the reason why I told y'all that I knew the catfish because I knew the person in the pictures because I'm in a community, the gay community, LGBTQ community, and stuff like that. And you know, I watch porn. I watch straight porn, gay porn, all that stuff porn. Bisexual porn, threesomes, you know, don't worry about that. I watch porn. And I know this guy. The guy pictures whoever this catfish is was using this guy named Ace Rockwood. Type it up. If y'all type his name as I give you, AceRockwood. Ace Rockwood. Ace Rockwood is a gay porn star actor. Now, I don't know if he's actually gay in real life because there are some porn stars who do gay for pay. And because they can probably get a lot more money doing gay porn. But I think he'd be bisexual like that. But I don't know his private life, but I do know he does a lot of gay porn. And if you go to Pornhub, if you go to X-Hamster, if you go to any one of those freaking porn sites, you will type up his name, Ace Rockwood. You will see who he looked like. And yes, he's a good-looking guy. Yes, and he has a piece. So when they was searching the pictures, and Neve and Kamie was clicking on the links, I said, Neve, you gotta give us some warnings here. Like, you can't be showing all this stuff like that. And they got shocked because he just clicking on everything. And when they click, it came with a lot of new photos. And some of the news photos show his private part. You know, they blurred it out because we're on TV. But Neve and Kamie had full front row seat to the pictures. And I said, Neve, you a straight man. Neve said, whatever. I got kids. I got a wife. I'm not worried about none of this stuff. But he was actually, he looked at it in the camera. They was like, oh my gosh. They looking. And then he was searching more things. He saw the Twitter page and all stuff like that. And realized, yes, he got videos, his porn videos. Yes, he's a porn star. And it shows like the thing that was a gay porn star. So it's like, yes, Kamie was like on to something. He was not as gay as cool. But yes, he does gay videos, gay porn and stuff. And I think he might did with that with some females porn too, but I've never seen that much videos of him doing straight porn. I see many of him doing gay porn. So I said, yes, I already knew his name. And I said, that's Ace Rockwood. Ace Rockwood. And the guy Catfish said his name was Ace Davis. But I said, no, that's Ace Rockwood. And then she would have did the photo search before. She really had to been on the show. She would have really recognized that he was fake all along. Because that's a real common picture. Common name in the porn industry. One in the common name because he did a lot of videos, so he's popular. Like that, I haven't seen him lately now, but yes, if you type his name, it will show up a lot of his hits, a lot of things going on. So I said, yeah, that's clearly anybody could have recognized that. That was a thing, and I would say they had a mutual friend. So I said, does his friend don't even know who this guy is? Like, did he was searching anything? He said, nah, he don't know he is. Because she asked the mutual friend on both of their pages, do you know Ace Davis? And he said, no, we don't know. All that stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh. I said, girl, I could have saved you the trip. Like, you need to have some, you had no good gay guy friends who could have told you right off the back who he is. They said, that's not who you talking to. It could be possible, but nah, I don't think that's so. Don't think so. And I don't think he would have had any problem, Ace Rockwood, wouldn't have any problem FaceTiming and get on a Zoom. Because he got on Zoom later on in this episode to show you that, no, it wasn't him. But they did a phone search afterwards. And it was 3 different numbers. The first number came on a Sprint. The second number came on a T-Mobile. Those cell numbers There was no names, nothing attached to it. But the third number came up to a payphone. I said, payphone? Who uses payphone now? It's 2022. Like, people don't use payphone. You know, in the back of the past, in the 90s, it was payphones everywhere. It was payphone like every corner. You go around the corner, payphone here. You go to the next corner on the same block as a payphone. Then you go next around the corner is a payphone. You have mad payphones. And you know that payphones give you like a couple of minutes, 25 cents for like 3 or 5 minutes, and then after you go through the minutes, they go to give you a warning and say you got minutes low. Put no corner in to spend your minutes, and all that stuff. You got to put the corner in. If you don't, they pick up the phone, all that stuff. You know, the payphones, and after a while they started stripping the payphones off, and you had no more payphones. It's very rare if you see a payphone now. You might see it, like I'm in New York City. You might see a few rare payphones around, but you barely don't see them at all. So I was like, payphone, that's blast in the past. So like that, it must be an area that may have that as a thing, and they never took it down. So I said, wow, how the hell he talking? And I said, that's the phone they talking to. So how the hell he got mad porters or whatever talking on the payphone every freaking night for so long, whatever it is. Like, he got mad money and stuff like that? What the hell, all that quarters and stuff? So that was that. So they would say, okay, the payphone was right near them. It's not far. It was downtown LA. And they said, let's go there. So they stuck out because they said, possibly, she supposed to talk to him around 4 o'clock. And he will call her because that's what he always been doing. He always call. He don't figure text, none of that. He call. He always do messenger, but that's messenger. But on the phone, he do the calling. So it was around 4 o'clock. They staking out around across the street from the place that they showed from the map. Because when they look at the payphone number, they show a map. And they look at the area, they realized they was not too far. So they went over there, they stake out. And they had binoculars at the cameras. And they had different people walking past the payphone, but nobody actually stopped at the payphone. It was around 4 something. It was 4:15, 4:30. Nobody got there. So Kamie texted Tracy, told her, can you text us if he called you? She said, okay. So they staking out. So then Tracy text them to say, yes, he is on the phone right now. And they realized the phone they staking out is nobody talking on the phone. So they said, oh my God, it's not that payphone. So now they drove around and realized they lost calls because they hoping they would catch the person on that phone. Right? Now, they forget, after they find out, oh, this Ace Rockwood. Ty, calm down. Don't be talking so fast. You're excited. But Ace Rockwood, they messaged him. And he never responded back for a while. He didn't respond back for a little bit. So they got Tracy back on the phone. And they brought Tracy up to speed about what's going on. They told about the pictures and what they came up with. And she was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, she did say that he's a beautiful guy, beautiful man, all that stuff like that. And they had a video they showed, and they would say, one of the videos he did was speaking. So they was asking Tracy, do you recognize his voice? Does it sound? So she said, that sounds like his voice. I said, okay. And that's that. And after a while, she was like, oh my gosh. Now, she did say, if it comes to find out, they'll already know that it's not him. So it's already clear case that whoever this catfish is using fake pictures. And not using fake pictures, using a fake profile to personate this person, Ace Rockwood. And so they said it could be Ace Rockwood, but why would he hide his sexual activities and not knowing that, telling her that he does more than his modeling? He actually does porn and stuff like that, or a gay porn star, whatever he is. Why he will admit that? And she said, if we find out it is true and all that stuff, I wouldn't deal with that because you didn't have to lie to me. Like, you could have just told me the truth and I could go past that. There's nothing wrong against that. It's that you just could have told me and then I could deal with that. But, you know, if you omit that, then that's a problem because we've been talking for like a year on stuff. So I understand where she was coming from. So during the minute they talking, Ace Rockwood messaged him back. And he said, okay, cool. I can help you. What's up? What's going on? And he said, yes, I'm going to catfish and everything. Would you like to get on the Zoom and talk to us? And he put a heart emoji to it. I said, all right. And then get the Zoom link. He came on. And he had little red boxes on. And he did a white robe. Ace Rockwood is a beautiful man. Don't get me wrong. He is a nice looking guy. And his piece is kind of, he does got a good piece. Like if you see porn, that thing is thick. So it's like, he's not little down there. Shoot. And nice skin. Nice skin. So she talked to him. She said, "Oh, you're a beautiful man." But he did tell her that no, you have not been talking to me. He apologized. He's sorry. He said he know he got fake profiles. He said he got fake profiles of him on Facebook, but he never uses Facebook. And I noticed that too. Yeah, he is telling the truth because he don't use Facebook. If anything, he would be on Twitter. He would be on Instagram, other places that will make him money. But Facebook is not one of the places that he will get his money from. So he's not on that. But he know he had people create fake profiles of him on Facebook. And he apologized. He said, "I'm sorry this happened to you, but you had not been talking to me." He had dated other females, and he have dated females in a while. He lived in Florida, and he's good. He's good. And then he said he apologized, and that's that. So hope they find the person they find for. So now it's clearly she knows that it wasn't Ace Rockwood, the person that she was talking to on the pictures. Because the pictures, the person in reality told her, it confirmed to her that it wasn't him. And so they got off. So now they say, you know what, we gotta try to get him out. Like we gotta fish him out of here. Like what we do? Because now we know that it's not actually Ace Rockwood. So what they did, they called the number that they have, and can't really call it a payphone because he thinking that it would be something similar to movies. I said that's not how it work. That's not how it work. You got to call and everything. And I don't know. Sometimes you make a call a payphone, but you got to be right then and there and everything. But usually you can't call through a payphone because it will make that beeper noise and just happen on TV. And it would stop it. So they would say, you know what? Let's message him on Messenger. And she said he usually is active on Messenger and he usually will respond back. So clearly it did happen because when he messaged her, he responded back. And he said he didn't message back. He called back while he's messaging him and they were waiting to get a reply back. He got a call back. I said, "Oh, this girl, I'm talking on the phone. He don't like to message back, huh?" He called back and he said, "What's going on? And you call me and stuff." He said, "Yes." "Are you Ace?" He said, "Yes." And they started talking. He said, Catfish. He said, "I heard of the show, everything." He said, with the Catfish on stuff, yada, yada. Just let you know that we know that the pictures you was using is not actually you. We confirmed that it was somebody else, and it's Ace Rockwood, is not you. And he said, well, he tried to talk to Tracii before as himself, but she shut him down. So I said, if she tried to shut you down, now you're going to try to create a profile to get her to talk to someone else who she thinking is you because she shot you down. Just get the picture and move on. Sure. But he somehow liked the Tracii girl. So he said, you know what? Yes, I don't have no problem getting on Zoom and talking to you. I said, damn, it's so easy to do that. I said, all this time she trying to FaceTime you, you was not doing that. Now all of a sudden you go to television on Catfish. Now you want to say, oh yeah, I could Zoom. Send me a link. So they got on the thing. And the thumbnails will show the picture of the catfish with the person who being catfish and leave a Kamie together. And he got on Zoom and his head was like this. On his head. And maybe he was like this for a while. And he got up. "Hey, yes, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, girl, you look good, girl. You look good. Yes, you look good, girl. Hey, ma, you look..." I was like, even Trace is like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Even Kamie, especially Neve. If you look at Neve's face, Neve was like, Kamie said, "What the hell is going on here?" Kamie's looking, and she is shocked. Tracy's like, she don't know what to do. And he said, "Yes, like, what's going on? You look good, girl. Yes, what's going on?" So, yes, this is me. His hair looked like a freaking brittle mop. It was like a grandma kind of wig. He got that grandma wig. It was like white and grayish. I said, what the hell is the grandma wig coming from? He got the grandma wig. It's like a mop. And he had a lighter voice. And she said, "Hold up, what's going on?" So his name is Tylon. So it's not Ace. And he said, yes, it's me. It's me. It's Ace. So tell me a little bit about yourself. He said, yes, I'm like an artist. I'm an digital artist. I'm a model. I do model from time to time. Yes, I live in LA. And I'm by myself. And I have my little cat here. Like my cat, little Julia's cat. And he said, what's going on? A cat? I said, we need to know about your cat and everything. So he was very animated. He's so loud. Say, yes, girl, what's going on? Yeah, you looking good, girl. You look good. And she said, hold up. This is crazy because ain't no one way that's you because the voice is not the same. We already know you're not that picture. She said, well, this is Ace, baby. This is Ace. Yo, where you going, baby? She said, oh my gosh. She got up and started walking up. He said, where you going, Ace? You know. He said, where you going? Come back, girl. Come back over here, girl. Where you going? I'm Ace, baby, all day. Where you going? How you go from, oh, girl, you look like good, girl. Yeah, you look like good. This is, hey, baby, where you going? Come back here. I was like, oh, snap. So he changed his voice because she was like, hold up, I'm talking to someone, and that's not your voice. And he changed his voice. So he been talking to that changed voice for a while now until it gave up. So she took a minute. She had to come back. And he was still this whole time, Neve was still shocked. He was like, I said, Neve, close your mouth, boy. And Kamie was like, and even Kamie also was like, they too was like mannequins what this whole thing. Yes, they was asking questions, but they were still like mannequins. I said, what the hell? He's so animated. He said, oh yes, girl, you look like you got that skate, you got the cinnamon skate. You know, I would put some whipped cream on it and I would just lick you up. And you know, I would like to get on your glove. I was like, calm down. And she was freaked out. She was like, what is that going on here? And Kamie said, listen. Can you calm down the notches? Because it looked like you put on the front, you put on a character. Can we get to know you? Like, what's going on? Why you create this profile? Long story short, he said, listen, he created a profile because he was spying on his exes who was cheating on him. So he was doing that. And then after a while, you know, the panorama happened, you know, George Floyd, he was very depressed and everything. So that was like an outlet for him to be to do something else and to catfish people. So he created all these profiles. He created like 10 to 50 profiles. And he had been talking to over 20 women, including Tracii. All that stuff. So he said, but none of the women he really liked Tracii like that. Some of the ladies had blocked them because they were smart. And he really liked Tracii. And I was like, chill. And he said he pansexual, so he go by energy. He don't go by the sex, so he go by energy. So he dated trans, he dated men, women. He go by the energy, and he pansexual. I said, damn, people who might be pansexual. Can you find a group that like a pansexual group that you can find a date with people there? Like, why you gotta go through the extreme to catfish this lady? And he said he had to apologize. He said, I know I was wrong. I apologize. I did this to you. I apologize. But it was very hard for somebody to like me for who I am. Because sometimes when I show up as this, they judge me or they be judgmental or they be intimidated. They don't know. But that's why I created another profile because they can like the other person. Stuff. So I was like, whatever. Stop all that. So Tracii, long story short, said, you know what? I can't deal with this. I know, I understand you, I can forgive you and stuff like that because I know you was going through a lot. I know how it is, but as us, no, we can't. We can't do that. And it's a hard no. I'm not pursuing anything. I know you're going to find someone who loves you, and that's that. But yeah, he was pleading. He said, I would like to get to know. I would love you, and stuff like that. And he did say he created a payphone. He's talking on the payphone because he know people in this day and age would have found him easily if you would put his phone number on Facebook or whatever it is. They can search his phone number and they would depend on who he is. So he didn't do that. And then he created his profile and all stuff. But that's that. He's there the trip because he was supposed to invite her to the trip next month to Miami. Flew her down there. So she was excited, but she was kind of nervous. And he said his intention was to do the trip and everything. He was intending to tell her who he really is, but never get down to it. But it was so nervous, it's nerve-wracking. So at the long story short, she moving on. She trying to work on herself and do what she had to do. She haven't been talking to him since filming. He apologized. He feel bad for catfishing Tracii, and he gonna do more move on himself, work on himself to find the true love that he wants. And that's it. But yes, that catfish Tylon was funny. He coming up with the gas. I said, oh, you give him his honey. Give that femininity. But yes, it was fun. I enjoyed myself. I laughed when the catfish came on. So tell me how y'all feel. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. See this button down here. Subscribe, y'all. Like, share my videos. And also follow my social media. Twitter, Thomas_Grown. And Instagram, Mr. Grown. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.